Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the YouTube channel grecochess, the channel where I discuss, I comment, and talk about all aspects of the game of chess. In previous videos, if you've been watching them, most of them were about my own games I played in tournaments, games I played online, where I was facing the chess.com bots, where I was struggling with the puzzle rush, and I also presented some games of my friends and my Facebook friends. But in this video, there is something special. If you've seen my very early videos about a year ago, I was speaking about the game of chess and what do you need to be successful. And I emphasized that chess is not necessarily a game of IQ. It's not the high IQ that will make you succeed, and chess does not determine what is your IQ. And it has very little to do with intelligence quotient, the IQ, or with mathematical skills, but has mostly to do with character. And I differentiated between what we mean character in chess versus character in everyday life. Recently, I received an email from Noel Studer, who, in case you are not aware of him, he is the number one player, a grandmaster from Switzerland. He's the number one, the highest rated player from Switzerland. And he also has his own YouTube channel. And he sent an email to his subscribers and followers that I think is very relevant and talks about the issue of character in chess. But first of all, let me share with you who is Noel Studer. You see here his profile in the FIDE webpage. His rating is 2582. I've never even played against a player of such high rating. You see his national rank for Switzerland. He's the number one player from Switzerland. And he's the number 146 from Europe. And you see, when he became a FIDE Master 2012, International Master in 2014, and Grandmaster in 2017. Also, you may know him as the husband of Alicia Santaremo, who is, I would say, the most popular Italian chess YouTube streamer. And both of them have created, both separately and together, some very both instructional and entertaining videos. But I'm going to proceed now with the email I received from him. And hear what he says. Welcome to another edition of the Friday Grandmaster Insights. Let's jump right in. And here is the message. Let me be very honest. I don't really care if you gain 200 rating points this year. I stopped caring about pure rating gains, both for me and my students, long ago. Most people think I'm crazy for saying this as a coach. But after years as a professional and now as a coach, I've realized that the number on a screen is meaningless if you haven't grown as a person along the way. This is what I truly care about, helping others grow as humans. Luckily for me and you, improving your chess is one of the most effective ways to build character skills. I'm talking about the meta skills that help you excel at chess, but also learn any other skill and be a better human. I mainly think about these four. Resilience, the ability to bounce back quickly after a tough loss. Learning how to lose, replaying your mistakes with curiosity rather than shame. Performing under pressure, taking a decision when the clock is ticking and you aren't 100% sure. Doing hard things, pushing your limits in training until discomfort becomes normal. A lesson from the poker table. Most readers know I started playing some poker about 4 years ago, but I actually stopped playing almost 6 months ago because of a realization about character. After a bad streak of results, I found myself playing in the hope of getting lucky rather than focusing on making the best decisions possible. No matter if I won or lost, I knew deep down I wasn't building character skill. I was just hoping to get lucky. And that faulty mindset slowly started influencing other ways of my life. That's when I pulled the plug. That means no more poker for me until I'm fully ready to sit down, do the right thing, and be okay when the results aren't great. Stop falling into the quick fix traps. I see the exact same thing in chess. If you win because of a lucky blunder or a cheap trick, you get the rating points, but didn't grow. You didn't earn the win through a better process. This leads to what I can hollow progress. To what I call hollow progress, fueled by common traps that prioritize short-term results over long-term character. This hollow progress is often fueled by asking the wrong question. How I can win more games easily now? Or how can I avoid losing? Both questions push you towards quick hacks and not what you need to do to build character and improve long term. Memorizing opening lines. Does it help you win? Maybe short term. Does it build character? Nope. It's just mindless repetition that bypasses actual thinking. Playing unfocused or tilted. Does it help you win? Only if you get lucky. Does it build character? Hell no. It reinforces impulsive bad habits that you'll have to unlearn later. Playing for cheap tricks. Does it help you win? That's the only hope. Does it build character? Definitely not. You're avoiding the real fight and relying on your opponent to fail. Focus on what actually matters. If you want to build the Grandmaster character, you need to do the boring, difficult stuff that actually works. Solving difficult positions. Does it help you win? Yes, but only in the long term. Does it build character? Hell yeah. It teaches you to sit alone with your thoughts and push your mental limits. Analyzing your losses. Does it help you win? Yes. Does it build character? Hell yes. It requires you to look reality in the eye and admit you were wrong. Mastering fundamentals instead of fancy things. Does it help you win? Long term. Yes. Does it build character? Hell yes. It's the less but better philosophy in action. The byproduct of character. Even if you only care about that dawn rating, the best way in the long run is to get it to stop, is to, excuse me, the long run to get it is to stop obsessing over it. When you focus on your skills and your progress, the results eventually take care of themselves. To be honest, to be very honest, I'm sorry, this is what makes my work meaningful. If you win 200 points, I'm happy for you, but it's just a bonus. If you learn how to handle setbacks, stay confident under pressure, and be more kind to yourself when you lose, then I made a difference I can be proud of. Stop searching for a magic pill. Instead, ask yourself, does this build my character skills? If the answer is yes, it is very likely you're doing the right thing. Improve your chess by building your character skills. Keep improving. Grandmaster Noel Studer. And also in this email, if you saw, he refers to another email he had sent, You're Not Your Rating, and we're going to give a look for that. He says the following. Let me tell you, you're not enough, you're not your rating. Chess rating doesn't determine if you're smart or not. Enjoy. And then he says the following. Let joy lead again. I'm writing this now because I've come out of another cycle of forgetting that lesson. From August to October last year, I felt free. I felt light, joyful, energized. I was exploring ideas, building things, creating content, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. There was no pressure, no 3-year plan, no checklist of things I must accomplish. And ironically, I did more than usual and I loved it. But slowly, as I began working on the new version of the simplified chess improvement system, as I created a detailed 3-year vision, as I set goals for where I should be, I slipped back into my old pattern. It was subtle at first, but lately I felt more fearful, more tense, less happy. And the symptoms I once had from my brain injury, the headaches, the poor focus, the tiredness, came back. Finally, I allowed myself to feel it and to admit it. This isn't the way. I don't want to chase a vision like a man who's not allowed to rest. Because the truth is, I'm safe, I'm well, I'm doing okay, more than okay. Yes, I have goals, yes, I have a vision, but I don't need to earn my rest by achieving them. I can rest now. I can work in a way that suits my body, my mind, my season of life. And most importantly, I can let joy, not pressure, lead the way again. How this connects to chess. I see the same pattern in so many chess players. They're not just tired from training too much, they are exhausted from expecting too much. I need to gain 100 points in 3 months. I have to finish this course and solve X puzzle this week. I should already be at 2000 by now. And so they train harder. They take less time off. They feel guilty for relaxing. And worst of all, they enjoy chess less and less. Take one of my former students, Peter, name changed. He never stuck to any plan I gave him. Not because he was lazy, but because expectations were so inflated that no plan ever felt like enough. So he kept trying to do more, hoping that would fix the feeling. But it never does, because if you expect miracles, nothing feels like progress. And ironically, the more pressure you put on your training, the worse it tends to go. You don't enjoy the process, you don't learn as well. You play worse, and when the results don't come, you double down and get even more stressed. It's a vicious cycle. The belief that kept me stuck. For most of my life, I believed that once I hit my goals, then I'd be able to relax. I became a grandmaster. I built a six-figure business doing what I love. And yet that peace never came. Because every time I hit a goal, I created a new one. And with it, a new set of expectations. It never ended. So I've come to believe something very different now. The real solution isn't to meet your expectation. It is to lower them in the first place. Letting go to move forward. That doesn't mean giving up on ambition or growth. It means creating space for joy and calm alongside it. It means choosing to believe that you're okay where you are, that you that your worth isn't tied to your rating, that progress can be slow and still be meaningful. When you internalize that, something shifts. You start to enjoy the journey again, and ironically, that's when the results start coming too. You are enough. You're not your rating or net worth. Grandmaster Noel Studer. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the email I received from Noel Studer and the previous email he was referring to. I'm glad to share it with you, and Noel, thanks for allowing me to share it with my viewers. And that's for this video. We'll continue in the next video. What do we have ahead? Let's give a look once again at the chessboards. Just to remind everyone, let's share the screen. I don't think I'm sharing it. Here we are. We have already completed beginner, in the intermediate, in the advanced. We completed the first three boards with 1500 and also two of the 1600. And it's time for the 1600 board, who's called Isabel and from Costa Rica. Next video, we are facing Isabel with the white pieces, and the video after that with the black pieces. And then we'll continue with the boards that have 1700 and above. We're reaching boards that have level approximately same as mine. If you remember, my official rating is 1631. This is United States Chess Federation rating. And after the my most recent tournament went up unofficially a little bit to 1656. So facing bots that have almost the same rating as me, and the game should be really very exciting now. Thanks everybody for watching. If you have any comments on the emails I shared with you on what character means in chess, what chess means to your life, I'd be glad to hear them, to read them. Thanks to all the viewers, the subscribers. Thanks to the likes and the comments. This is grecochess. I'm your host, Harry Lauseneziris. And for now, goodbye.